Hi there, this is Paranormal Flux, and this is our FluxCast podcast, and this is the longer version from the Audio Boo version that we put on there. What this is, I went to Poundstretcher store in Larne in 2010, and I interviewed people who worked there because they had there had been stories of paranormal activity in this store, and indeed it had featured on our haunted location pages for a large number of months, and in fact years actually. And so I thought I would do something about it. So I went down, I interviewed the staff, and then I was to do some further research. I hit a brick wall with that, couldn't get any more information, so wasn't really able to do much with the stuff that I got. So that was the end of it, moved on, but then I kept getting people contacting me to see, whether I had any other updates on it. I did go back last year and found out that the store is empty, and of course that the Poundstretcher itself has moved to another building. So it will be interesting to see whether or not the other building is haunted, whether the ghost has gone with them. Because as you'll see in the interview here, they make reference to a ladder that is believed to be linked with the ghost that is believed to be haunting the store. So really this is an interview with two of the staff at the store in 2010, and I hope you enjoy this. Is the first part. There will be more. I'll hopefully include some other information in the next podcast as well. So I do hope you enjoy, and please get in touch. Details on how to get in touch are on your screen at the moment. So you can email us, you can send us a tweet, you can contact us through the website. You can even, there's a really old guest book from the Quick Flip Paranormal days, and that's available as well. So there are lots and lots of ways to contact us. The best way is through Twitter and email. Let us know what you think. Also indeed for future podcast ideas as well, and anyone that wants to come on to a podcast with me, we can discuss that, how to do that. Please do get in touch as well. But for the moment, let's have a look at that interview from 2010. This is the first part, and there is another part to come, and I haven't finished the editing of that, but if it does involve more, then there will be a third part, but hopefully it's just 2 parts. Anyway, I digress. Here is the footage. Alright, hope you enjoy. Right. Okay, so what sort of activity have you experienced in here?
Things being thrown at me.
Right.
Like when we're upstairs or down here, like them cushions down there have been thrown at me quite a lot.
Cushions?
Yeah, just the ones there, just like sort of, but they don't go a little bit, they go for miles.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's not like it could have just fallen, it literally goes. And upstairs big boxes have fallen.
Yeah, off the shelves.
Really? Yeah. With lots of stuff in them?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it quite
there was a time I taped the box up, and when I went back up 20 minutes later, the box was all over the floor.
Right.
And you hear banging as well. Mm-hmm. But it only usually happens if we talk about
if we're
the
talking
ghost.
about
Because
stuff.
we called him Tommy for some reason, I don't know. It's just since I've worked here. And if you talk about him or say something, then something automatically happens afterwards.
Right. And do you have you ever spoken to him or tried to say hello or anything like that?
When I go upstairs by myself, I say hello just so that I'm like, in case I get freaked out, just get in there now as soon as possible. But nothing other than that now. I'm too scared to.
Do you get freaked out by it or anything like that, or
only when I'm at home.
right?
When with other people, I don't
Yeah,
mind.
we go up in twos.
And do you speak about it to your friends or anything like that, and what do they think?
Yeah.
They think we're mad.
Right.
Well, mind you.
Yeah, mine too actually.
And would you be into the paranormal?
Yeah.
Definitely. What about you?
Well, I just scare myself, but
Me and my friends
because
go
it is interesting.
we go ghost hunting all the time.
Right. And have you ever thought about camping out here? And
It was suggested, but I didn't know if I'd be allowed. I didn't think it would really.
yeah.
No, because of insurance and
Mhm.
stuff. Yeah. It's scary.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
We should do it one night.
It's too cold in certain parts up there.
Yeah.
That freaks us out.
Have you noticed? Because Andy was saying about the temperature in the stairs can vary.
Yeah.
But it goes all of a sudden.
Yeah, and there's one corner.
You don't walk up and notice it's colder at one end, it is cold in different places, and it just like a click of the fingers, and it just changes.
Yeah.
And then it sounds as if there's somebody behind you sometimes, like as if there's an echo. When you're walking down these stairs, it sounds like there's somebody behind you.
Like someone following you mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes it even feels like cold. It's like something's on your neck sort of thing. It's really freaky out. Freaky out? Like something's freaking me out.
Stop it.
And so this place, is it usually open late? Like beyond 6 o'clock?
No, well at Christmas time we would be open late, but before we used to, even though we closed at 5:30, people would start at 5 and we would work through to 9. No,
And does it matter what time of the day it is? No.
No,
I don't think so.
definitely not.
There was one time, was it last Christmas, on a Sunday, all the cards down the stairs weren't on the shelves anymore, but they couldn't have fallen off because it was proper racking stuff. But I wasn't in that day, but apparently on the Sunday, the cards were just all over the floor.
And have you actually ever requested anything to happen?
No,
You know, as
I
in-
would be too scared of it happening.
I don't think so. I think we do it with David because he doesn't believe, so we try and get him to do it, so it will prove it, but it doesn't happen. He won't do that.
And so do you actually believe that it is a ghost there?
I believe there's something there. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's necessarily what we've been told it
Yeah.
is, because there's a story about it, but like
But
it's
it
a
does
man
feel
that
like there is something.
Yeah.
It just cause of the temperature changing and stuff.
And
It
the
feels like there is
noises.
something there.
the banging
Yeah.
and the things move. It's like sometimes it's dangerous. Things fall at you. And it's,
Just off the shelf.
But when things fall off the shelf, are they falling off in a way that wouldn't be sort of consistent with something being on a shelf and possibly...
just fall. No, it's like as if
It's like someone's pushing it?
pushing it at you or just throwing it at you. Because there was one time, it's not there anymore, but there was wee boxes, and as if somebody literally, the way it moved in the air, it just sort of somebody thrown it at you like that, and it like literally skimmed my head, and I was just freaked out. And even a customer had said about it as well, and I was just like, oh my god.
Did the customer see it happen?
Yeah, this is what the heck just happened, and I was just like, I don't know.
There's always something happens whenever somebody new comes in. Because I've been here 3 years now, whereas you only started
In October.
in October. But whenever somebody new comes into the shop and they're here a lot, you would play up. You know, you would notice more things would happen then than any other time.
Yeah, Andy was saying that whenever you try to do like a stock take or move a whole lot of boxes, just sort of any kind of moving around of stuff, that it seems to stir up activity. Have you noticed that?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you ever dread having to do anything like that because of it?
I just dread going to the third floor.
Not so much. It doesn't bother us down here so much, but if we're going up the stairs, we tend to always go in twos. We don't, and if we do go up ourselves, we run back down.
Usually. It's not good.
I do think there is something there, but
See, we're talking about him, so he's probably going to start doing stuff.
not funny.
And so I mean, like for me, for example, if I thought there was something here, I'd probably sort of ask for some kind of noise or something like that. Do you ever do that on your lunch break or anything? No.
No.
You don't want to tempt fate. I suppose because you're here all the time, it'd be different if I was here and I did it and left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been told it's down that end on the third floor, but I always notice it up there.
See, but somebody else has told me up that it was, well, the story that we've been told was just like, if you told about the story.
The big ladder was down there, and was it a cinema?
Yeah, it was a cinema, and the man was cleaning the lens, and he had a heart attack and fell and died, and his name was Tommy, and that's why we called him Tommy, but I don't know if that's true or not.
The ladder used to be down there, and
No,
now
it's
the
up here.
ladder's there, so that could explain why.
And the ladder used to be here
It's the
from the
ladder
beginning.
that was used.
Yeah, and it's still up the stairs, and it
But
is.
it was always down the back, and it got moved about a year ago maybe, up there.
And it is that corner that's always cold.
Yeah, so it could.
So do you feel that it's following the ladder around?
It could
Could
be.
be.
Yeah. As I mean, I've known in the past, it's not that, even though it can be concentrated in one area, people say it can sometimes follow them around or an object around, so
Yeah.
it is feasible that if that's what you believe, that could be the case.
And it's very strange, nothing really ever happens downstairs either. It's like just these two floors, as if you can't really go past there, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, a few of them cards were down the stairs. On the
But that's
first
the only
floor.
thing I know about
There was
downstairs. And it's always this side of the shop,
And then
it's
there
never
was
that
one
side.
time about whenever they were doing cashing up, and the money disappeared. And obviously there was only 2 people cashing up, so it wasn't a case of somebody stealing money or anything. They went down the stairs, checked the till, and come back again, and the money was there. But there was nobody else in the shop
Right.
at all.
And you hear noises as well, as if somebody's howling. Sometimes you think it's the wind, but on a sunny day when there is no wind, it's not possible. So it's kind of, that's another thing that freaks me out. Sort of run very fast.
And eating up in the canteen for your lunch, you could hear noises on the third
Is the
floor.
canteen, is it there?
It's
Just-
down there, there's the door.
Right.
Just literally there.
And so you say when you're having your lunch, you can hear noises?
It's like just like little tapping as well.
Yeah.
There has been big bangs, like Jillian, she's another girl that works here one day, she ran downstairs in like near tears, where they'd been banging
It's
upstairs.
happened to her a few times.
And she refused to go upstairs for at least 2 weeks without anybody. And now when she does it, she still only goes by herself if she really has to. Other
And
than
is this to the canteen or is this somewhere else that she goes to?
just up to like
up to
the third floor store.
Oh, right, right.
Just then, but she won't go. Like if we're taking boxes up, she won't go unless somebody else goes with her because of the banging. And it's like,
Me and her always go together.
and we have heard it because I remember one Sunday I was standing here waiting on her and she was at the other side, and she could just hear somebody speaking. But we're the only 2 people apart from the manager that was in the shop, and it was not possible. And then I sort of walked up the stairs and I could hear it, and then it freaked us out, and then we just sort of avoided the first floor for the rest of the day.
Sort of sometimes as if you maybe see something, but it's only at the corner of your eye, and then it's your mind playing tricks on you or
Yeah.
not. And then we come down the stairs and we won't go again unless we're with somebody else.
It's like the voices, you think it's something that you're just imagining it just because you want to believe that something's there, but then sometimes it really is as if something is there.
And do you hear talking or anything like that? Or?
It is sort of muttering, it's not like a distinctive voice or you can understand, it's just like little mutters, which I don't really know what you could explain it as.
Not really heard them. I just really feel the cold, and as if there is something almost walking behind you a bit to see what you're doing. And there has been times we have put boxes down and they're not where we left them,